Now children, another topic in your chapter is insectivorous plants. So insectivorous plants are those plants which eat the insect, okay, and they are also known as the carnivorous plants. So here normally all the plants do the photosynthesis, okay, but here you see there is the requirement of nitrogen in the plant, okay. So basically normal plants, they are able to do to take this nitrogen from the soil, but since they are growing in the swampy areas, okay, swampy soil, or you can say like daldal, okay. So daldal, that is the soil, swampy soil, where the nitrogen is not getting involved into the soil, okay. So what happens, they need the nitrogen in huge amount. Why? Because the soil is not having the nitrogen and they have to take from the atmosphere. So atmosphere, in the atmosphere, their body is modified to catch the prey. Catch the prey means catch the insects. So insects are having lots of nitrogen. Why nitrogen? Because they are having the protein. So they are made up of protein. So they obtain the protein, the nitrogen from the protein, and protein they are getting from the insects by trapping the insect inside them. And what they do, they digest the insect, and during the digestion the nitrogen gas they will obtain. So this is the reason why the insectivorous plants are there. Now how they eat the insect, that is given in different plants. They are having so many plants which can do this, and their structure I will discuss about in this with the other pictures which is already given in your book. Now children, here you see that this is the structure of the pitcher plant, okay. What happens, what kind of modification it will show, and which part of the leaf will show that modification? This is the lamina and the petiole part. This petiole, okay, and this is the lamina part which turns into the pitcher. Pitcher, you know, kind of ghada, okay. And the apex leaf, the top leaf, the top portion, that will change into the lid form, okay. Now as the insect come on it, okay, so it sits on the rim, and as they come on the rim, then this lid gets closed easily down, and once it is closed, the insect is trapped inside it, okay. And from the bottom of the pitcher, the digestive juices will be secreted, and then they digest the insect. So in this way they will get the nitrogen, they will absorb the nitrogen. Now next one is the bladder wart, okay. Here this, you can see the insect is trapped inside, and this one is the bladder, a kind of sac, okay. So here also the leaf is modified into the sac like bladder, and as the insect comes inside, then that get covered, okay. And inside that again, in the same way, the digestive juices will be secreted, and then they will digest the insect and absorb all the nutrients of the insect. Now on your screen you can see here, this is a Venus flytrap, and you might have heard many times that Venus flytrap, they catch the fly, they trap the fly. But how they trap the fly, it is shown here. See, their leaves are modified in this way, they are fleshy, and here there will be some sort of secretion, okay. Some secretion is there, and then when the insects get attracted towards it to suck the nectar or to suck the liquid which is coming out from the leaf, so slowly and gradually as they move inside, these two lids get closed with each other, and hence the insect get trapped inside. And then again what happens, they will be interlocked inside, okay. These portion and this portion get stuck together, and then inside that they will be digested, and the nitrogen will be taken from them. And now the fourth one is the sundew. This is the plant of the sundew, okay. Now this is having the mucilage, gluey mucilage, that means sticky mucilage, okay, a liquid which is sticky, and it bears the trichomes. These are the trichomes, okay. They are very sensitive, and what happens, as the sundew on the sundew plant the insects are coming, then what happens, this one get rolled. You can see very minutely here, you can see this insect is trapped inside, okay. So this is the sundew plant with the tentacles, and in this way they absorb the nitrogen, and see how much colorful they are very attractive. So obviously the insects will get attracted towards it very easily, and rest work they will do by themselves. Now one more last topic is there in your chapter, vegetative propagation in leaf. So here also the leaf is doing some sort of other function apart from respiration, photosynthesis and transpiration. So here the leaf is involved in the reproduction of the new plant. So that is also a kind of modification, and since the leaf is involved in that, or you can say whenever the vegetative part of the plant like root, stem and the leaf is involved in producing a new plant, that is called the vegetative propagation. So here we will study that the leaves are there to produce a new plant. How they produce, this is the picture of the bryophyllum, okay. So on the leaf margin, this leaf margin is there, small bud will arise as the leaf will get mature, and they will become fleshy also, okay. And here the buds when they will grow, then what happens, they drop down, and as they come in the contact with the soil, then as already they are having the roots will get stuck into the they will get penetrate into the soil, and then they will start absorbing the soil nutrients, okay. So and in this way they will produce a new plant. So separate, each bud will be able to produce a new plant. They will change into a new plant and start growing, okay. So children, this is all about your chapter. Your chapter is over. I think you people have enjoyed this and understood the topic. So students, hope you all have understood the topics. If you have any doubt or question, you can ask in the comment section below. Please like, share it with your classmates, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get my latest updates. Thank you and take care.